In today's video, I'll answer your question, what is the Davidic covenant? Then afterward, as always, I'll share some helpful resources, so stick around until the end. The Davidic covenant refers to God's promises to David through Nathan the prophet and is found in 2 Samuel chapter 7 and later summarized in 1 Chronicles chapter 17 verses 11 through 14 and 2 Chronicles chapter 6 verse 16. This is an unconditional covenant made between God and David, through which God promises David and Israel that the Messiah, Jesus Christ, would come from the lineage of David and the tribe of Judah, and would establish a kingdom that would endure forever. The Davidic covenant is unconditional because God does not place any conditions of obedience upon its fulfillment. The surety of the promises made rests solely on God's faithfulness and does not depend at all on David or Israel's obedience. The Davidic covenant centers on several key promises that are made to David. First, God reaffirms the promise of the land that he made in the first two covenants with Israel, the Abrahamic and Mosaic covenants. This promise is seen in 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 10. I will provide a place for my people Israel, and will plant them so that they can have a home of their own and no longer be disturbed. Wicked people will not oppress them anymore. Second, God promises that David's son will succeed him as king of Israel, and that this son, Solomon, would build the temple. This promise is seen in 2 Samuel chapter 7, verses 12 through 13. I will raise up your offspring to succeed you, your own flesh and blood, and I will establish his kingdom. He is the one who will build a house for my name. But then the promise continues and expands. I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. Verse 13. And your house and your kingdom will endure forever before me. Your throne will be established forever. Verse 16. What began as a promise that David's son Solomon would be blessed and build the temple turns into something different, the promise of an everlasting kingdom. Another son of David would rule forever and build a lasting house. This is a reference to the Messiah, Jesus Christ, called the Son of David in Matthew chapter 21, verse 9. The promise that David's house, kingdom, and throne will be established forever is significant because it shows that the Messiah will come from the lineage of David and that he will establish a kingdom from which he will reign. The covenant is summarized by the words house, promising a dynasty in the lineage of David, kingdom, referring to a people who are governed by a king, throne, emphasizing the authority of the king's rule, and forever, emphasizing the eternal and unconditional nature of this promise to David and Israel. Other references to the Davidic covenant are found in Jeremiah, Isaiah, Luke, Acts, and Revelation. Want to learn more? Subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Visit GotQuestions.org for more great content and check the details section below this video. There you'll find one book I recommend along with several links to related questions. If you'd like to learn about Bible Munch or if you're interested in bite-sized devotionals, subscribe to Bible Munch on YouTube. It's linked right here. Now remember, got questions? The Bible has answers. We'll help you find them.